Hello, everybody. Bitcoin today from Mallorca, for Mallorca, and the rest of the world. Well, actually, before we check the financial market, like always, we check our webcam in the north of Mallorca. And here we see today a little bit of clouds. It's still sunny. It's quite hot today for the time of the season. Temperatures up to 25 degrees. It's really nice. And, well, as you can see, sailboats, people jump into the sea. Really great. So I think it's about time to check the financial markets. And I said it already yesterday, there is something new. It's called the heat map S&P 500. We integrated into our website yesterday. Again, go on this website. It's getting better and better. We're working hard, our team in the background, to improve it. And because what we want to give you as much as possible information and real-time information. That's very important. And this heat map is one of these things. Okay, let's check. This is live. And we see it's a mixed picture here. We have mainly green, I would say, mainly green. So it's still a good day. The whole week actually was not bad. We later will see the major indices from the markets. So, well, it was a good week for the stock market, and we will check what the Bitcoin has done so far. Okay, first thing we have to check the rate expectations. And here we see a change from yesterday. So 54% of the market believes we see another 25% increase, and 45% believes that we saw the top. But it's still more or less half and half. Meeting will be on the 3rd of May. And but the one thing I think we will not see is like 50 points or something like this. I think this is all history. Me personally, I believe we saw a peak. This is, well, hopefully. Anyway, so we check the major indices. It's really nice today. DAX slightly up. Dow Jones slightly up, Nasdaq slightly up, S&P 500 up, Nikkei last night 1% up, Hong Kong 1% up, Bitcoin a little bit up, but we will talk just now about the Bitcoin because we saw a drop last night on the Bitcoin, quite a drop of $2,000. Gold price pretty stable, and oil is down. Okay, so let's check the Fear and Greed Index again. This is important because this is from CNN, the sentiment indicator so far. And there is a change to be seen from yesterday. We are now in the neutral zone. We left the fear zone, and we quickly check the parameters. We really established over 4,000 points with S&P 500, which is the market momentum. This is really nice. Another thing is that put and call options again go down, so not much betting on falling prices. It's a good sign again. And volatility under 20%, unbelievable, probably something like 18, 15, something like this. So the mood in the market, all in all, the overall stock market is by the end of the week, because also today is the end of the first quarter. So, well, it's good. This is what we can say. Okay, let's check the news on Bitcoin. And here we have a person which is very well known. Elon Musk slams heavy-handed Fed as ex-BitMEX CEO sees 1 million BTC price. Okay, he is back. I mean, he did a lot of pump and dump in the past. But anyway, he is important because if he would come back, I mean, you guys know, at one point of time, he said, well, you can buy Tesla and we accept Bitcoin and things like this. The 1 million in the short term is definitely rubbish. But anyway, I think they think about accepting maybe Bitcoin again. Another thing is BTC price to 22K, question mark. Well, this is something I was talking a lot about yesterday, and actually last night we saw it. I predicted that we will see a drop. I didn't say that we will go down to 22, but we will look into this. We saw last night quite a drop, well, on the BTC price. Okay, we check the market capitalization in comparison to global assets, gold on 1, silver went up to 5, and Bitcoin on 12 just after Meta Platforms. Still 544 billion. Very strong. Okay, so finally gold price. We check every day. Gold very stable on $1,980. Very good. Close to the $2,000. Yesterday or last night, a prediction came out from Goldman Sachs, and they said, well, due to all the problems with the banks, which is not sorted out, there's a good possibility, although the inflation goes down and the rates are high, that the gold price could go up to $2,500. This is amazing. That would be another 25%, and Goldman Sachs is a big bank. I mean, they don't talk rubbish, I would say. Anyway, there is a strong upturn potential, definitely. All right, before we check the Bitcoin future, we don't give you financial advice. You have to make your own decisions. We try to help you with our information to avoid mistakes. This is basically what we try to do. Okay, and here we come now to the Bitcoin future. First thing we check here, the Fear and Greed Index. And here we see an increase of 3% from yesterday, 60% yesterday, 63% today. That's good. So the mood is good. We see the timeline. Okay, we have to check now the heat map. And here we see BTC is red. And, well, it's a mixed picture, by the way. ETH is green. And, yeah, I said it yesterday. We were close to the 29. Now we are sitting on 28. This is nearly $2,000. We went actually out yesterday. I said it so in the video. Today, we started to get in. We always do this cost average thing, meaning that we come in with amounts and increase the amounts of investment by watching as the price goes. But we believe that there could be more downside potential. Anyway, we will see it. Market capitalization, 47%. It's not going up. It's sitting on this 47%. Another thing which worries me is, I said it already yesterday, the strong upturn from 15, let's say, up to the 29, close to 30, was driven by spot. And now we are back to a future-driven market, and we will check quickly the future market. This is since yesterday also a tool integrated in our website, which is live. You can see everything is moving. We have the 11 biggest exchange here, starting with Binance, Bitfinex, Deribit, it's going down, Bybit to Kraken. And you see the relation between shorts and longs for the BTC. This is the future market. And the overall in the moment is 59% longs and 41% shorts. Okay, that's a good sign. In the moment, people go more long or bet more on long than on short. Okay, this is all on-chain data. You can check by yourself. Important is the Bitcoin loaded addresses. We update this on a daily basis. And here we see no increase because this is the real deal. This is people who start a new wallet. And we sit on this close to 46 million. This is, again, this is spot market, not future. So here's not much happening. This you can all check by yourself. Very important. We have to check, like every day, what is Google saying about the word Bitcoin, what is the search behavior. And we quickly do an update here by resetting. And we see the same trend like yesterday. We saw peak in interest. This was when we were close to the $30,000. When people go on the computer and on a handy and they check what's going on with Bitcoin. And now there's a bit of decrease of interest, not dramatic. Still on 1, El Salvador, Nigeria on 2, then Netherlands, Switzerland on 4, moved up from yesterday. Anyway, Switzerland, by the way, Bitcoin heaven in the world. A lot of people don't know that. We have Austria on 6, it's the same thing. Turkey on 7, Germany on 8, also Bitcoin heaven. Cyprus on 9, and Belgium. Okie doke. This is a Bitcoin on 1 year, and as you can see, we saw here the bottom, and since then we went up in waves, and now we have a bit sort of saturation. Hard for us to hit the $30,000, and here we quickly will check the situation on 3 years. This is the overall picture, and as you can see here, you see the two tops, the 64,000, you see the 69,000, and you see here the bottom, the 15,000. And in the moment, this is live, you're sitting on a bit more than 28,000. And I was talking about this very often. There's this resistance lines with round about $30,000. If you can make the jump over these $30,000, the way is free to $35,000. But we believe there is quite some downside potential to, let's say, something like 24,000, 25,000, something like this, because this is a very strong support line when you look into history. And we will just now check our prediction models. So, as I said, we went yesterday out, but this morning we went in slowly, and we watch as the price goes. Okay. Another thing now is that we check the prediction models. This is, first of all, we check the Bollinger Bands, and here we see, I said it yesterday, they get narrower, they move towards the middle line, a normal thing. And something happened last night. We had a bearish crossover, meaning that the MACD crossed the controlling line to the downside. This is a bearish signal, which means price could go down. We see the same thing on the RSI. We were in the region of 70%, and since then, obviously, we're moving down. We are still in the region of 62%. So this is why we not heavily went in today, because we wait until we see the 50%. That's the best time to invest. Our model says for 48 hours, no increase, no decrease. Yesterday we saw an increase, which was possible according to this model, which is based on artificial intelligence. Today, AI says we sit more or less on the level on 28, no up, no down. Important is the cycle model here. We see a little bit decrease down to, we are still overrated. The yellow box is still too big, but it's only 4,300. Yesterday it was close to 5,000. Still, according to the model, the price is too high. We see the same thing on our second model. Price is too high. Okay, the prediction for the next 12 months is the same. Model says around about $43,000 in April 24. And I said it already yesterday, be careful. There is a downside potential to $25,000. We are sitting on 28. It's amazing that we are stable on 28 because there are all the problems of Binance. The problems are not sorted out. They took them to court, as you know, and nobody knows what's really happening. But the great thing about Bitcoin is all over the world. And even if there are problems in the United States with exchanges, it doesn't mean that the whole network in the world is really affected. This is something we can see now, because there was a strong possibility after this threat against Binance that we saw a bigger threat, a bigger downside of the price. This is why we went out yesterday, because we don't take this risk. But it looks like today that Bitcoin is stable, even due to these bad news with Binance. All right, this is the last video for the week. I wish you a great weekend. It looks like that we have good weather, and looking forward to see you again on Monday. Thanks, and bye-bye.